Hey, welcome back to the Viking Nation post-game show with your host, Larry Godwin. Hope you guys enjoyed the game, making it out of the stadium, making it back home safely. Listen, I want to tell you, first of all, Lions finished the regular season, so there is still a lot of football ahead of us. There's still a lot to celebrate in Viking Nation. And I'm not going to walk away from this. You just lost a big ball game. You got to own it, right? And so I was listening to Coach Carter being interviewed in the Viking Voices post game show right after the game, immediately after the game, and you could tell he was emotional. Now, this loss always hurts, but it always hurts more than everybody else. Right? They have prepared for this game all year long because it's the Winners of Class. And in a close, hard-fought, physical game where mistakes were made by both teams, just a few more on our side for the good guys. But that's the breaks. So I think he said it best when he said it hurt to use this as fuel going into the playoffs. So by no means am I disappointed in this season that Lions has had. Guys, how long has it been since we've been 9-1 to finish a regular season? So yes, I would have liked to win the region title. But because of the way the tiebreaker is set, Valdosta, congratulations to the Wildcats for being region champs this year. That forces us into a head-to-head matchup with Colquitt County. We win that tiebreaker, and so Lowndes is the number 2 seed, and we'll be hosting the number 3 seed out of Region 8, and we'll find out who that is in a little bit. So before we get into all that breakdown of the season, that kind of stuff, let me go ahead and bring on our 2 super fans, Chase Garto and Mondreshot. Hold on, please. Guys, I can tell by the look on your faces, you're just as disappointed as all of Viking Nation. So before we get into the disappointment, guys, the final score 23-14, a relatively low scoring game compared to what everybody expected from these 2 explosive offenses. What is your, it's less than an hour, less than 30 minutes away from the game ended. So this is basically your raw emotion speaking. So just going to ask you to a little bit, but were you surprised, or how surprised are you that the score was 20? Either one of you? Chase, you gonna be okay?
Man, I'm absolutely shocked. Dang near rendered speechless. Um, I felt honestly, I think both all world all of the all world players on both sides of the ball were held to uh, minimal effect tonight.
Yeah.
Outside of Prince Gene.
Prince Gene had a monster game, I thought.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what's supposed to be again. What is supposed to be one of the best running back duos in the state was rendered absolutely ineffective.
Yeah, absolutely. And how surprised are you really when it really came down to Valdos's passing game that took them over the top on this game?
Yeah, I mean, like Valsa exploited what a weakness, and that is sometimes being able to hit those plays in the flats, and Lyles generally keeps those plays in front of them, and they make the tackle. This time wasn't able to do that consistently enough. Anyway, I kind of thought they would attack the middle of the field, because that's what teams have been successful doing, but they didn't. They attacked the flats, and when I really think about it, other than that one dime that he dropped, that was a dime. you know, um, the rest of it was just like little dink and dunk stuff. And Lyles didn't. It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what went wrong.
Yeah.
But the ball just didn't fall in our favor tonight. And hats off to that team that used to be on Far Street. Still won't say the name. I don't care what nobody says. But hats off to them. And they had a game plan. I was shocked that I was more for our defense to give up 23 points, and I can tell you like that Valdosta offense is impressive. They got a lot of speed. But I was more shocked at our offensive, not being as effective, and Mason Woods going down, that affected it as well too.
Chase, you're the offensive mind in this group. So I got to ask you, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you. Armand just laid it out on a platter there. That Lowndes Hydra offense, they they scalped a lot of heads tonight from
Yeah, I
that
mean
Hydra offense. So it just seemed like they figured out the key to stop Lowndes' offense. What did you see down there?
I wouldn't say they figured out a key to stop the Hydra offense. I think our Hydra offense had an off night. I think that we were out of sync a lot tonight. I it's hard to pinpoint one thing. It just seemed like uh, we just had a bad game. Man, it happens. I hate it happened in this game. I would have took it happening in any other game other than this one. Uh, but I mean, it was just an off night for us. It was an
Yeah.
off night for Jace. It was an off night for Bubba. It was Mason was doing everything he could, and Jace was doing everything he could with his legs. It was just an off night. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. The defense did everything in their power to keep us in that game. At times, they and hats off to that team that used to be on 4th Street. Um, their game plan was exactly what we have discussed is the weakness of that 3-3 stack.
Yeah.
They went
They
hurry up a
exploited it
lot.
well tonight.
They went hurry up a lot. They went high tempo offense. They controlled the pace of that game, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
something you can never allow a team to do. Period. You've got to get it. And I thought early on we were in the driver's seat. We had control. We had momentum. I just me personally, I just think we went too conservative at the wrong time.
Yeah.
yeah. Hindsight's always 2020. Maybe you call a timeout to break it up. Maybe you run the ball instead of two passes. When it's fourth, third and short. Hindsight's always 2020, and everybody's gonna play Monday morning quarterback. But you just gotta, like Chase said. I totally agree with Chase. An off night, but the defense played well, man. Izzy had a game. Redden had a game,
Yeah.
man. And I just feel so bad that they couldn't, they can't celebrate it, because they had tremendous games. Jace, man, play. not play calling, but the refs blew some calls both ways, right? Both ways they blew calls. Um, for Lions, it was at a little more critical, state of the game. Could have easily thrown the PI when we were down there. But like I said, hindsight's 2020. Do you kick a field goal at it?
Right.
Right then and there. But hindsight is 2020, and everybody will always say, well, if we would have did this, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Fell short tonight, but it's okay because everything is still in front of us.
Absolutely.
And that's what I need Viking Nation to know. Yes, are we disappointed? Yes, because you never want to lose to them, but everything is still in front of us. And I always say this: after we lost to Moultrie last year, or Colquitt County, don't lose to them twice. Don't let this beat you twice.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Don't let this game define who we are.
Guys, it just seemed like, we have talked ad nauseum about stellar quarterback plays, not just from Jace all year, but, privately, we talked about other quarterbacks as well. And it always seems to go back to it does not matter how good your quarterback is. If you to, uh, if you want to have a good defensive night, you got to make that quarterback uncomfortable. How
yeah,
uncomfortable did Jace look in that game tonight?
Both both quarterbacks looked very uncomfortable at times.
Yeah.
Um, Man, it's really hard to say Jace was uncomfortable, but they did get pressure a lot and make Jace scramble out.
Yeah.
They had several sacks, which I don't think this team has given up multiple sack games all year.
Hmm.
Like I said, man, it was like it was the perfect storm, honestly,
Yeah.
for that Valdosta team. That's the only way I could put it, man. I mean, they just we made their quarterback uncomfortable as well. He was scrambling out, running for his life at times. Um,
yeah,
our defense, man, I will say this: our defense played an entire game the best they can do. Tired,
yeah,
constantly on the field. I'd probably say Armand, what they probably spent 65% of that game on the field, if not
yeah,
more,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that takes a toll on your defense.
Yeah, and it's like it had a couple defensive guys go down, um, but it's football, so it's a next man up mentality, and linebacker goes out, they put a substitute in, they attack them. That's what you do, and it's it, this is what I want to say, all right, and this is what I want the Viking Nation to know. I want the players to know this because y'all are a part of the Viking Nation too. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Lions is a rhythm team. That offense, it sets the pace, sets the tone. Unfortunately, we couldn't. We just we were just out of rhythm, as Chase has said, and nights like this happen. I'd rather it happen tonight than next week or the week after. So take this loss. Wear it, but pick your head up, put your chin in the sky, and remember, we got a game next week.
Yeah.
And that game is worth more than anything else. So everything's still ahead of us. And look, I can't wait for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to the comment line tonight, Georgia Coach Trainer says, well, I'm not surprised. Scoop Carter says they beat us on both sides of the ball. They just played more faster to me. They did. To Scoop's point, we talked about that. Guys, that tempo offense, and we expected it. Adam Carter said going into this game in some pregame interviews is that they played really, really fast on offense this year. I guess maybe they had the personnel to do it this year. But how much of a copycat are teams going to be in the postseason trying to emulate what Valdosta did tonight offensively?
Well, even when they went tempo, they had that one successful drive when they went tempo, and it was just like right down the field. Actually, it might have been two. Was it one or two? I can't remember. But it was one of them where they were like deep in their territory and they went tempo and pace and actually no, I'm lying. We should have stopped them, missed the tackle. They got the first down, and then they started to go tempo. So I think for us, when I think about the game, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch the film, and when I think about it, we put them in position to go tempo. You see what I'm saying? Like it's third and long, we get a penalty. Third and long, miss a tackle, and they get a first down. And we just couldn't overcome that. And I said it last night. The team that makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win. Like I don't think Lions didn't look overmatched. At times they looked like they were the better team, but overall, but also just they took advantage. They took advantage of the home field advantage. They took advantage of the tempo and the mistakes, and the result is a win. So
Well, guys, it hurts tonight. That's for sure. Any time that you lose a ball game, whether you're 2-8 or 9-1, a loss always hurts, right? So how does Lowndes overcome this? We've got a bye next week. First game is going to be at Martin Stadium on November 14th, hosting number 3 seed out of Region 8. Looks like it's either going to be Decula or Central Gwinnett, one or the other. But guys, how do you overcome a loss like this, especially to a rival, when you thought, honestly, everybody in Viking Nation was convinced Lions was going to win tonight. And I'm sure that football team wearing crimson and white was convinced they were going to win tonight. How did they absorb this loss and move forward?
You leave it right
guess
there.
what is leave it right there. Izzy Harrison said it best after the game. He went and consoled Danny Treadwell. Izzy Harrison had a game. He's a leader, but he went and consoled Danny Treadwell, got him back, and once Coach Carter finished, he said, "Hey, guys, forget about it. We go to work Monday. We go back to work Monday." And that's kind of what you need. Sometimes you have to. If I put it to you like this, my junior year, we lost to Valdosta and we made it to the semifinals. First time we had done that in forever. Sometimes you got to be refocused, right? And it's adversity, and you overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the mark of a good team. And I think we're gonna be okay. We get a bye week, so we get to heal up. We got Jace nursing some injuries. You got Mason nursing an injury. We got a couple defensive players that are banged up, and we're gonna be okay. I just think we're gonna be okay.
I think so too. I think we're going to roll in the first round game. Now, that put on the road, unfortunately, in the second round, heading back up to the metro Atlanta area. So, that's a couple of weeks down the road. We'll prepare for that when it's time to do that. Guys, let me get your final thoughts on the game tonight. Chase, I'm going to ask you first, man. So, I'm,
That's you're rolling the dice. You're rolling the
I know you're
dice.
disappointed. I know you're disappointed. But, going forward, you're an offensive minded coach, right? And so you just had an offensive team that had an off night. How do you get them back on track? So the train has derailed for now. How do you get them back on track quickly?
Go back to what you're good at, man. You can't you got to keep the same consistency game in and game out. You've got to have a handful of 8, 9, 10 plays that's your bread and butter. That's your go-to
Yeah.
in certain situations. Go back to those plays. Go back to knowing that your number one threat is Bubba Brown. Get that man involved early. You got to, man. He is too much of a big time threat to only have 2 targets. Um, that's just the way I feel about it. Figure out what went wrong up front tonight. I think that offensive line allowed Jace to get a little too uncomfortable. You go back, you clean up the mistakes, man. You clean up the simple things. Uh, you control the controllables.
Yeah.
Okay, right now it's about what you can control offensively, and as a team, it's about what you can control. So go in Monday morning, look at the film, look at the mistakes, fix it as a unit. If I was And if I was Jace, um, as the leader of that offense, I would call my guys together Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. I would call my offensive guys together, my line, my receivers, my running backs. I would have them meet me at the field house, and I would say, "Hey, coach, we're going to borrow the film room for a little while, just us. We're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to figure out what we need to do to get better."
Let me tell you, I wouldn't even watch the film. Ain't nothing to watch, right?
Just flush
I'm
it.
just being
Flush it.
flush it, flush it. Like we lost that game, but also we didn't watch the film Monday morning. We watched film on our next opponent. That's what we started on. Hey, the day's game, they get to watch film right there as it happening.
Yeah,
Soon as
that's
they come
true.
off the sideline,
That's true.
they lived it, let it go, flush it, and get ready for whoever's in the second round. That's what I would tell them to do. I just refocus, heal up, rest up, and get ready to go to work.
Yep. All right, guys, let me give you some scoring updates across the state that you might be interested in. So, bigger games that we were looking for tonight was that big, massive showdown between Buford and Mill Creek. There was no big, massive showdown. Mill Creek won that one easily, 35-3. Colquitt County defeats Richmond Hill,
What?
28-21. That puts Colquitt County as the number 3 seed in Region 16A, and Richmond Hill will earn a playoff bid and is the number 4 seed. Chase, what you got?
Hold up. Did you say Mill Creek beat Buford?
No. Buford
Oh,
beat
okay.
Mill Creek.
I
Okay.
I could have sworn he said Mill Creek beat
I could
Buford.
have sworn you
I
said
could
No,
have
Mill
sworn
Creek
that's
beat
what he
Buford.
said.
no. Buford
I could.
destroyed Mill Creek 35-3. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right.
If those words came out, I don't know what happened between the ears there.
AI fact check. AI fact check.
Hold on, wait a minute, because I think
Apparently, I did say that because TV is saying Buford. Go. Let me correct what I just. I don't know what I said. Buford beat Mill Creek handily, 35-3. That's what I thought I said.
so. So
Okay.
so I LG, you're gonna have to just bear with me on this one, all right?
All right.
You're just gonna have to bear with me on this one, because in all sports, basketball, football, whatever, sports guys are extremely superstitious.
Yeah.
Okay, Armand, Armand, what were we
Yeah.
missing tonight? What were we
L
missing
Oh
tonight?
boy.
LG.
LG.
All right, so we'll spill the beans to our audience. The reason why we're having an extended version of the post-game show tonight is I'm actually in my home studio, and these guys are still in the elements out in the cold weather because I missed the game tonight because I was actually over in Lanier County because my niece is a senior cheerleader for the Lanier County Bulldogs, and it was her senior night. And we're a close family, and there was no way I was going to miss her senior night. So anyway, but I had an earpiece on. I had my iPad actually streaming the game on NFHS network, and that stream was pretty high quality tonight. I got to
Yeah,
admit.
it is. It is.
So
That's pretty good.
anyway, so I was keeping tabs on it pretty closely. But you might be right. You might be right. There was a little, listen. You got to let the Lounge folks know is that when you miss LG, bad things happen.
That's it. That's it. That's it. When LG's not on site, bad things happen.
That's right.
Bad things happen.
Yeah.
The coach and the bearded wonder can only do so much. We can only bring so much good juju with us.
Yeah,
Uh,
Decula, I want to make defeated North. No, not North. I see. I messed it up. This loss is affecting me as well. So Decula defeated Central Gwinnett. So that looks like it makes Decula probably the number 4 seed. Um, Brooks County destroyed Irwin County 43-3. If you guys are interested in that at all. And
I
so
kind of
anyway,
figured that.
guys, listen, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of advice. And Chase, you probably know what's coming.
The
Uh,
24-hour rule.
I haven't had to encourage you guys to implement LG's 24-hour social media rule all year long because we won all year. But tonight, after a bitter loss, I'm going to encourage you, y'all, for the next. If you don't, if you get on social media, I'm telling you right now, you will have a lot of heartache. Listen, you know the adage, to the victor go the spoils, right? So the other guys won. They are going to crow about it. They earn the right to do that because we do the same thing when we win. So you can't hold that against them. They're probably going to say some pretty bad things. That's what fans of winning teams do. For example, Larry Pope says "Lounge by 50," which I think is
Yep.
hilarious.
It's still
It's still Vice by 50.
it's still like
Just not this week. Just not this week. Don't worry about it. We'll be back saying Vice by 50. I don't care if we're
Listen,
playing the Falcons, the
last
Cowboys, the Bulldogs, Alabama. It's still Vice by
Vice by
50.
50.
last thing is, we were on. I went to pick up my mom. Ellen was in the back seat. We were on our way to Lakeland, and my mom was talking to one of her nieces, and they were actually FaceTiming each other from Vietnam. I thought it was kind of
Oh
cool.
wow.
That is kind
And
of
they
cool.
were speaking Vietnamese, and Ellen said, do you understand what they're saying? I said, of course. She said, well, what do they say? I said, "Lounge by 50."
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
So anyway, guys, with that said, let's hope that Georgia takes down Florida tonight over in Jacksonville, so we can have at least a partial win over the weekend. Chase, you're always welcome to become a dog as well,
Nope.
just to brighten
Nah,
your
he can't.
weekend.
He can't. Listen, LG. Mike Novell was there. We took pictures with him. So he ain't becoming nothing right now. He took a picture with Mike Novell.
That's fine.
Man,
And
hey man, that was awesome. The dude is actually pretty cool.
So
yeah,
Norvell was on the sideline tonight.
Yep.
yep. Coach Novell was on the
Man,
sidelines. Yep.
man.
Also, Randall Godfrey was there. Uh, Greg Reed, Clemens, Durden. You had a Jalen Road Dog.
Austin there?
They all come back. This game brings everybody back
Yeah.
home. So all the stars was out tonight. You had coaches from FAMU, come up. So they were here. They were here, and
Brooks,
it
Brooks
was good.
Austin was here.
Yep, Brooks Austin. So with that being said, hey, Wintersville brings the stars down because top quality football is played here. The best football is played right here, Lowndes County, Valdosta, Georgia.
Hey, listen, you guys be impressed with this. Hector Hernandez says, we're down from California for work. We heard of this game, wanted to go, but it was sold out. Who won? Hector, Valdosta won 23-14. But guys, I am touched that you came all the way from California and you're checking out the Viking Nation post-game show live immediately after
Absolutely,
the
we
Wintersville
appreciate it.
Classic. So
We
with that
appreciate
said,
it.
guys,
Hold on. Can't go nowhere
all
yet.
right, go ahead.
Guys, we need your support. We appreciate your support. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and click that share button.
Absolutely. So enjoy your weekend. God bless every single one of you. It's a tough loss, but you know what? God still loves you guys. And show that love that He's shown to you. So anyway, go Vikings.
Bye bye.
Go Vikings.